Join me as we dive into the world of rumors, speculation, and controversy surrounding two prominent figures in the modern religious landscape, Pastor Carn and Juanita Bynum. Both leaders have amassed large followings, influenced millions, and become highly visible public figures, but in recent months, their names have been at the center of intense debate. Questions are swirling about their ministries, financial practices, and even potential federal scrutiny. But what is actually happening, and how much of what you hear is fact versus rumor? Pastor Carn is widely recognized for his dynamic, youth-focused ministry and energetic preaching style. Under his leadership, the Kingdom Embassy has grown significantly, attracting young congregants and expanding into a media-driven platform. Over the years, he has developed a reputation for inspiring sermons and community outreach. At the same time, he has faced criticism and public questions about financial transparency and organizational practices. While some claim these concerns are minor or exaggerated, others see them as part of a broader pattern of scrutiny that often accompanies influential religious leaders. Juanita Bynum, on the other hand, has been a prominent voice in the Pentecostal movement for decades. Known for her passionate, sometimes fiery sermons and emphasis on spiritual warfare, Bynum has cultivated a devoted following across the United States and beyond. Her ministry has sparked admiration for its impact, but it has also been the subject of criticism, particularly regarding leadership decisions, financial matters, and public controversies. Over time, Bynum's career has been marked by both acclaim and debate, and this duality has only intensified recent discussions about her work. Recently, online chatter and social media posts have fueled rumors suggesting that both pastors may be under investigation by federal authorities. These claims have been amplified by past high-profile cases involving televangelists and other religious leaders, creating the perception that federal scrutiny could extend to Carn and Bynum. However, it is crucial to stress there is no public confirmation, no official FBI statement, and no verified report indicating that any formal investigation or arrests are underway. What we are seeing at this point is public speculation and widespread discussion fueled by rumor, past controversies, and media attention. Many of the rumors focus on allegations of financial impropriety. Critics argue that the prosperity gospel teachings promoted by both leaders emphasizing faith, blessings, and material reward could be interpreted as mechanisms for personal enrichment. Observers point to luxurious lifestyles, high-profile events, and reports of personal wealth as reasons to question how donations and ministry funds are used. Supporters strongly counter these claims, emphasizing that both pastors provide spiritual guidance, mentorship, and community support to thousands of followers. They argue that financial success does not automatically equate to wrongdoing, and that these rumors may reflect misunderstanding or bias rather than factual evidence. The conversation surrounding these figures is not limited to finance. Both pastors have faced public scrutiny over leadership choices, organizational decisions, and personal controversies. Carn's ministry has been praised for its innovative outreach and engaging programs for youth, but critics have repeatedly raised questions about oversight, transparency, and the handling of resources. Bynum, too, has faced moments of intense public debate, ranging from personal matters to theological disagreements within her community. These past controversies have contributed to the intensity of the current online discussion, even if no new legal developments have been confirmed. One reason these rumors have gained traction is the history of high-profile federal investigations involving other religious leaders. Over the past few decades, some televangelists and megachurch pastors have faced scrutiny for tax issues, financial mismanagement, or alleged fraud. These cases are well documented and have become reference points for speculation whenever other prominent figures in the religious world appear in controversial discussions. It is this context that makes the recent chatter about Pastor Carn and Juanita Bynum so compelling to the public, even in the absence of official announcements. Beyond individual allegations, this situation raises larger questions about accountability and transparency in high-profile ministries. How much oversight should exist in large churches or spiritual organizations? What level of financial disclosure is appropriate, and what responsibilities do leaders have to their congregants and donors? These questions are increasingly relevant as ministries expand, accumulate wealth, and wield influence in both religious and social spheres. Discussions sparked by rumors about Carn and Bynum highlight the tension between faith, leadership, and ethical responsibility. Despite the swirling speculation, supporters of both pastors remain vocal. Many emphasize the positive contributions of their ministries, from community outreach to mentoring young leaders and providing spiritual guidance to countless individuals. They argue that criticisms are often exaggerated, politically motivated, or based on incomplete information. This divide between those who defend their work and those calling for greater scrutiny underscores the challenge of navigating public perception in the age of social media and viral commentary. Another aspect fueling the discussion is the way rumors can amplify public fear and curiosity. In today's digital landscape, speculation spreads faster than verification. Social media, blogs, and video platforms thrive on trending stories, even when those stories contain unconfirmed claims. This environment has created a situation in which both verified events and unverified speculation coexist, making it difficult for followers, critics, and casual observers to separate fact from conjecture. While no official investigation has been announced, the implications of these rumors, if ever substantiated, could be significant. Legal consequences, financial penalties, reputational damage, and a loss of donor trust are all potential outcomes that could affect any ministry facing formal scrutiny. Even without confirmation, the perception of controversy can influence congregational support, sponsorships, and public credibility, illustrating how power, reputation, and rumor intersect in high-profile religious leadership. This situation also serves as a case study in the importance of transparency. Both pastors operate ministries that handle significant resources and reach wide audiences. In such contexts, accountability is not merely a legal issue but a matter of public trust. The ongoing discussions around Carn and Bynum highlight how the balance between faith, leadership, and ethics can become a focal point for media attention and public debate. The broader religious community has taken note. Analysts and commentators frequently discuss these stories in the context of church governance, megachurch growth, and the influence of spiritual leaders on their congregations. Some see the rumors as a warning about the risks of rapid expansion without clear oversight, while others view them as an example of how public figures in faith-based communities are often scrutinized more intensely than their secular counterparts. In addition to these discussions, public perception of both pastors is evolving. Social media commentary, news articles, and online debates influence how audiences interpret their ministries and teachings. Some followers remain steadfast, attributing criticism to misunderstandings or external attacks, while others have expressed concern or skepticism about leadership practices. This mixture of support and doubt demonstrates the complex interplay between influence, public image, and accountability in high-profile ministries. It's also worth noting that the pastors themselves have not issued detailed public statements addressing the most recent rumors. This silence has only heightened curiosity and speculation, as audiences are left to interpret the situation based on third-party reports, social media chatter, and historical context. In the absence of official communication, rumors often gain more traction than verified facts. The narrative surrounding these figures also touches on a deeper cultural conversation about prosperity teaching, spiritual leadership, and ethical responsibility. In communities where faith intersects with financial contributions, questions about stewardship, transparency, and integrity are always relevant. Discussions prompted by Carn and Bynum's situation illustrate how leaders, followers, and observers negotiate these issues, balancing admiration for spiritual impact with concern for accountability. As the story continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder that influence carries responsibility. Leaders in high-profile ministries are subject to intense public scrutiny, and the court of public opinion can have real consequences, even without legal action. Rumors, allegations, and speculation can affect reputation, trust, and support, shaping the legacy of prominent figures in faith communities. For audiences, this situation highlights the importance of critical thinking and discernment. Separating verified facts from speculation, understanding context, and considering multiple perspectives are essential when following stories about influential religious leaders. In this case, rumors about FBI involvement, financial misconduct, or other allegations remain unconfirmed, and responsible reporting requires clear distinction between speculation and fact. At the same time, the ongoing discussion reflects a broader demand for transparency in large ministries. Congregants, donors, and the public increasingly expect clarity about how resources are used, how decisions are made, and how leaders are held accountable. This dynamic is not unique to Carn and Bynum. It's a theme seen across many high-profile religious institutions and growing communities. Ultimately, this story is about more than individual pastors. It's about influence, trust, accountability, and the challenges faced by leaders who operate in the public eye. Rumors and speculation, while unverified, reveal the ways in which power, transparency, and public perception intersect in modern ministry. They remind us that even highly respected spiritual leaders are not immune to scrutiny, and that public trust is fragile and must be maintained through both ethical practice and clear communication. As this situation develops, it will be interesting to see whether additional information emerges, whether the pastors address the rumors, and how public perception continues to evolve. The ongoing conversation around Carn and Bynum is a reflection of broader societal questions about faith, leadership, and responsibility in influential institutions. So, what do you think? Are these rumors an early warning sign about accountability in large ministries, or are they another example of speculation spreading faster than fact in today's digital world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to stay informed on high-profile religious controversies, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss updates on this or similar stories. In conclusion, the situation surrounding Pastor Brian Carn and Juanita Bynum remains uncertain. Allegations, speculation, and rumors continue to circulate, but no official confirmation exists regarding federal investigations or legal action. Supporters remain loyal, critics demand transparency, and the public watches closely as events continue to unfold. This is a story that underscores the complex interplay of faith, influence, ethics, and accountability and reminds us all that in the world of high-profile religious leadership, public perception is just as important as actions themselves. Stay tuned, stay informed, and remember, even the most influential figures are subject to scrutiny, and in the world of modern ministry, reputation, trust, and transparency are everything. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.